Hey everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, for the first time, why don't you subscribe? Become the newest member of the Slashed Squad. So before we get into anything, I want to address the elephant in the room. What is going on with my hair? I am in the middle of my hair transformation. You can see part one of my process. I will link it down below and in a card. But yeah, I had already posted this color on Instagram, so I didn't feel like I needed to hide it from you guys. Plus, it's not its final form. So hoping to post a video next week with the actual final hair reveal. Now that that's out of the way, today I'm so excited because I'm going to be testing the Cut Crease eye stamp. So funny enough, Manny MUA just posted his review of the Cut Crease stamp, and it turns out we both bought fakes of the actual product, which apparently costs over $100. Mine cost $18 on some really sketchy website, took a month and a half to get here, and then I found out they sell it for $10 on Amazon, so I will leave that link below if you want to check it out yourself. Check out that really reputable packaging. What is this brand? Huda Beauty? Is it supposed to be Huda Beauty? I don't know. Here is what the stamp looks like. I'm opening it here for the first time. It's got this really cute, like, vintage perfume puff looking thing on the end. And then we have a silicone stamp here. Oh, mine's doing the same thing Manny's did, where it's like unscrewing. That's what you get when you buy fake products. Anyway, we have a silicone stamp here that you're supposed to be able to put shadow or concealer on and then just stamp it onto your eye for a cut crease that is super easy, super clean. He had a great experience with this, so I'm very excited to try mine. So let's see if this thing is legit. Well, I mean, it's clearly not legit because it's fake, but is it good enough? Since today is kind of a fun video and the main product we're reviewing is budget friendly, I am going to be using a little bit of a fancy product on my eyes. This is the new Urban Decay Beached Eyeshadow Palette. Thank you, UD, for sending. Hello. This is so friggin' gorgeous. So that's what I'm gonna be using on my eyes, have all the rest of my face makeup done. Let's zoom in. We'll get started on my eyes and then do this stampy thing and see if it works. Lego. Woo! All right, we are zoomed in. I'm going to be priming my lids with the CoverGirl Lid Lockup. This is one of my new favorite primers at the drugstore. I really like the texture of it. It kind of goes down a little sticky, which really holds on to the shadows very well. But just make sure that you do put down a base shade to make blending easier because of that sticky texture. All right, so inside the Beached palette, for my base shade, I'm gonna be taking Salt, and I'm just putting that all over the lid. This palette has one of the most beautiful transition shades I've ever seen in my life, this Daybreak shade, which is like a peachy rose shade. Oh my gosh, it kind of matches my hair. So putting that on a huge blending brush here, and I'm gonna work that in and above my crease. Why didn't you guys tell me I had fallout on my nose? Rude. Okay, so I'm done with my transition, but I wanted to take a second because I remember Manny talking about in his video how the stamp brought his crease really high. So I just want to get an idea of where that is, so that way when I put down my actual crease shade, I get high enough for the effect to work. So, damn, that is high. Something to note is the fake only comes in this one size, which is pretty big on me, but I guess the original that's over $100 does have different sizes. So, okay, so let's just go ahead and start laying down a darker color in the crease. I'm gonna go into Heat Wave as like my crease shade. It does have like a satiny finish to it, but it's really pretty. But you guys know I normally go for mattes in my crease, but this is real pretty. And I'm hoping this will give us a good dramatic effect once we stamp it. So I just gotta remember to bring it high enough. I wish there was like one more matte in this palette, I will say, just given my 2 cents, because this would have made a really beautiful matte for like a crease shade. I typically like using mattes in my crease and outer corner. But yeah, we really don't have a lot here in terms of mattes. I think there are 2 in the entire palette, yeah. So this is definitely a lot higher than I would normally bring a crease shade, kind of bringing it into that transition shade, but I'm just trying to make this work and give it the best possible chance working out. I'm gonna add a little blue to the corners. I'm gonna use Plunge right here, a beautiful deep teal. Let's see how this works. Ooh, oh yeah. So I'm just starting out with a little bit because I'm probably gonna come back in after I've done the cut crease. All right, it is time to test the stamp. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the concealer that I typically use for cut creases. It is the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Concealer, and we're gonna go for a half cut crease here. So I'm gonna paint it to hopefully cover this unshadowed area. Let me see how much I need here. Like the first third, half, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna get some concealer out here and just put it on the stamp. Now I'm gonna clean off this top just by swiping my finger. So we got that. All right, let's go. Oh my God, I'm so friggin' nervous. I'm gonna be really upset if this doesn't work. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I might have put too much concealer on just because I can see it coming up over my eye. Huh. What? Okay, wait. I mean... Okay, I'm kind of just patting it down again to get the shape. Okay, maybe we're not off that much. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and clean up a little bit with a brush. This edge looks really good right here, but yeah, it goes really high. Like, where am I supposed to go after here? Like, Okay, so I'm just blending the concealer in with the shadow that's there. Okay, you know what? We might be somewhere. So once you have your like cut crease there, you're supposed to paint this again with the shadow you want and then stamp. So I'm gonna go ahead and use 16th Street, which is this gorgeous gold shade. I'm gonna paint that onto the exact same spot. I'm not sure if the silicone's grabbing onto the pigment as much as it is the glitter. But it's really just this top edge you need to get, you know, because you can always fill in underneath without it being super precise. Okay. Oh, the fact that the handle is loose really does not help getting precise application. I feel like nothing came off of this though. Okay, let's try again. I'm gonna actually just apply the shadow on here with my finger because I feel like I'll get a little bit more of that pigment because it seemed to have just stuck to the silicone and not my eye. Oh my God, what the hell is happening here? It's breaking. That kind of worked though. Okay, you kind of just have to pat it. I got more on that time, so I'm just gonna do it again. And I think patting it is what's helping the most here. When I'm putting it on my eye, it's like starting to spin or fall off completely because it's so cheaply made. Okay, I'm just gonna go in really quickly to fill in. It's just, it goes really high up here and then it's hard to really get the look together. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring that blue up higher too so it matches. Okay, so I've painted the other side, trying not to put too much because when you put too much, it comes out from the top and you lose that crisp cut crease. So let's go ahead with this eye. Okay. Oh my God, it's freaking coming off. Again, it just comes really freaking high up here. That's the highest point. I almost wonder if I just get rid of this freaking handle if it would just be better with the silicone thing. So I'm just gonna try that. All right, I'm just trying with the silicone part. I'm totally giving up on that handle because it keeps coming off. This reminds me of those eyeshadow stamps that they had back in the day that were supposed to make things easier for you, but did not at all. I'm focusing the pressure now on the top. Okay, hey, okay. I think that looks pretty damn good. Let me fill it in. So here's the finished eye look, and I think you can definitely see the cut crease. Like, I'm not gonna say it didn't work, it was just annoying. I'm digging this eye look though, what about you? So here's the deal. Here are my first impressions of this. I think it works to an extent. It definitely lays down the concealer for you. You may have to clean up just depending on your coordination. But the two things that really got to me, although this, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but the handle, there's like zero grip here. So I'm just gonna have to super glue it together. So that's an easy fix. But the biggest issue is the fact that the cheap version that I bought only comes in this one eye size. So my eyelids aren't that big, and the highest point on this was really freaking high, like pretty much going up to my brow bone. So yeah, I mean, if you have eyes any smaller than mine, this is just gonna cover your entire eye area and it's gonna be pretty useless to you. If you have a lot of lid space, this might be a great tool because I always find, at least personally, when I have a lot of space to play with, there's a lot more room for unevenness. So this could be very helpful if you do have eyes or lids on the bigger side so that you can get really even sizes to your cut creases and shapes. The other thing is, I think it's more helpful for applying the concealer rather than the shadow. I think it's kind of hard to get that same placement twice, and then you end up having to fill in the shadow anyway, like down. So honestly, I would just use it for the concealer and then pat on shadow up to where the concealer ends. But is it a must-have? No. I would suggest just practice doing a cut crease on your own. I mean, that's still something that I'm still trying to master, but at least I can customize the shape and size of it rather than juggling a whole another tool that I have to be coordinated with. You know, looking at this eye, it definitely worked. I had to play around with it, but it worked. I just don't know if it's more convenient for me than just applying the concealer myself. So that's why I'm like, well then, if it's not more convenient and it's not just like this, then what's the point, right? But you tell me, what do you think of this cut crease stamp? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, become the newest member of the Slash Squad. If you've done that, then you're eligible for my 15K giveaway, which is coming up next week. So hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live. I will see you in my next one. Bye!